Welcome to Series 2 of the Service Desk Inspector. We're in the centre of London and we're visiting Macmillan Cancer Support. We're a high-profile fundraising charity for cancer. Their IT department is looking to develop the quality of their service, and I'm going to go and have a look at them.
We have a service desk, a free-tier service desk led by Lena Gaston, who is our service desk manager. Being the service delivery manager, I mainly do the business representation in IT and equally the IT representation in the business, which, so the service desk performance could have quite a big effect on it, as you can imagine, on customer satisfaction surveys or feedbacks when I'm out in the business talking with different business representatives and customers. Well, I decided to nominate the team and Lena to take part in the Service Desk Inspector series because I have a deep respect for Barclay, seeing him on different conferences and reading some of his white papers. And I felt that it would be a fantastic opportunity and a fun opportunity to work together with him and for Lena and the team to see how they can do something better.
A few of my colleagues have been to events with Barclay, etc., so I've heard quite a bit about, the inspector. What I'm expecting to happen really is, good, honest, evaluation of what we actually do, how we do it, and a good reflection of how people see us, how we're operating, etc.
We are always interested in trying to improve the quality of service that we deliver for Macmillan's customers. So anything that we can, any tools or consultants that we can use that can help improve the service that we're delivering out to Macmillan and ultimately those people affected by cancer, we will be looking at anything we can do to improve that service.
I'm here at Macmillan Cancer Support, waiting to meet Andrea Kiz, who's the Service Delivery Manager, to review the service desk and the support operation.
I'm nervous because I'm thinking, oh God, this is going to create a lot of work for me. Excited because I think I can take the service desk up to the next level and learn from him about the things that potentially we could get some quick wins on. Not necessarily, I know we're in it for the long haul, but there must be some quick wins we can get from doing this exercise.
Yeah, I suspect everyone's a little bit sort of interested and somewhat anxious to sort of see what is said about them. I think any sort of feedback's both a good thing to receive, but also when you don't know what you're going to receive, it's some interpretation of that as well. But I think it's a good thing generally.
They are a really high-profile charity. They raise £150 million a year. It seems to be a very bustling and vibrant environment to work in from what I've seen so far. So I'm looking forward to meeting the people and finding out about how they work.
Andrea.
Hello,
I'm Andrea. Hi, nice to meet you.
Great to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to Macmillan.
Thank you very much.
Our offices are down on the 11th floor, so let's just take you down there. Okay?
Great,
Let's go.
fantastic.
Setup of the service desk is we have 3 tiers in the team. The first tier is basically to pick up as many calls as possible and fix the more basic stuff.
Within that call logging team, we make use of volunteers so that we can try and maximise the amount of work we can get done for Macmillan.
The second tier is our first line team, and they deal with the slightly more complex stuff that won't take more than an hour to fix. And the third level, or the second level, the second line team, the senior techs, they do the more complex stuff in the team. So that's the 3 levels.
One of Macmillan's outcomes is customer excellence, how we can demand and provide better. And that's equally valid for the IT service desk. So I'm looking forward to see how they can progress, how the team, move forward and get something better out of it.
Meeting Andrea and Lena, it soon became clear that they're both very passionate people who care about their job. Andrea and Lena work together, reporting to Tom, but it was Andrea who brought me in to look at Lena's area. Lena has been here a long time and might need persuading that any disruptions are worthwhile, whereas Andrea was brought in specifically to shake things up. But I can see now it may not be that simple. I need to make sure everyone's on board so we can start making the changes that will bring real benefits to the service desk and their customers.
I think it's always people change is the most difficult thing when you put through a programme of changes. Some people have been here a long period of time and getting them to change the mindset and work in the new way and adopt some of the new ITIL processes is going to be challenging.
So I've done a few days consulting now for Macmillan. I've met loads of people and talked to service desk staff, IT staff and customers, and I think I've got a pretty good picture of how it works. Lots of good stuff, lots of really positive feedback from the staff. They like working there. It's a vocation for them as much as a job, and that's a fantastic level of commitment. Not so sure about some of the structure in the service desk. The 3-tier structure doesn't really work for me. It's a bit too small for that. They don't really do enough service level management, and we could do with a bit more on the training and induction and processes just to make sure things are done consistently. I've had a lot of feedback from customers that there isn't a consistent level of service, and that often things get a bit lost. Sometimes those volunteers tend to not understand. They've only been there a day, they don't understand what's going on. So there's issues with customer service, I think. So lots to write about in my report, which I'm going to get on with, and then I'll come back and present it to them.